All right, everybody, welcome.
Good
And
evening.
we are back. America is back and better than ever. Thanks for tuning in to this short segment of
We hope
our
short.
our analysis, our take on the State of the Union. So we'll just jump right into it. Joe, are you good? If you want, we just jump
I'm
right into it here.
I'm good. Let's go.
Okay, so there was I mean, in my take, I can't speak for you, Joe, but in my take, I thought it was a phenomenal speech.
Good speech.
I thought it was well done. I liked his little pokey jabs at the Democrats. That's always a good
The
time.
well, and it's sad that he has to do that, and it's sad that he has
Yeah,
to call them out
I
for
know.
being sick people who won't even stand up to. Well, we'll get into that later. We'll get into
Yeah,
that later
yeah.
as the time rolls on.
So I've got a whole slew, as you can see, of notes. And Joe, you got some. Oh, you got some more than I do. But I spent
Four
most
pages.
evening here and on Twitter, saving things on Twitter, so that way we could
So
see what the heck we got going on. But a lot of good
so
stuff.
just for stats, the speech started at uh 9 9:12 in the evening, a little behind schedule, and it ended at
Yep.
10:59. So a little under 2 hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was just a hair under 2 hours because he's always a tad late at getting in, and of course, they gotta go through the whole rigmarole of shaking hands and making everything
Hmm.
look good.
Yeah. And all
But
those people who don't like him or kind of like him, they got to shake his hand, get selfies, and everybody's like, "Oh, we love you, Mr. President. We love you." And yeah, and it's like, yeah, right. But
yeah.
anyway,
Okay, so he started off as he always does, talking about how the state of our union's strong. I talked about the 250th birthday of America, which is awesome. I was glad that he talked, kind of touched on that. Wished he would have gone a little bit more into it, a little bit more into some of the events, but
I think
that's
that'll come later this summer, like when they have the actual celebration.
yeah. But it's a big deal. I mean, this
It
is a
is.
deal for the country. I mean, there's a lot of countries out there that don't even last this long. Um, so we're and obviously some that have lasted longer, but
China.
it's a great milestone. China. Where's my China meme? Which one's my China meme?
China, China,
China,
China, China,
China,
China, China,
China,
China, China. By
Okay.
the way,
China.
China, we're beating.
So, yeah, that was fun. I figured out how to use my new buttons. Um, so we had America's 250th birthday. Within the first 5 minutes, Al Green gets kicked out. That was cool.
That was like 2 or 3 minutes. It wasn't even 5 minutes.
Oh,
The
it wasn't.
old
Yeah, it wasn't even 5 minutes. I think it was
Oh
like
my
3 minutes
gosh.
in.
And there
What
was
a
several of them. What a buffoon. And
what
there
a
was several
buffoon.
of them that probably should have been taken out a little sooner, or also
Yeah,
besides him.
yeah,
No, I mean, and Ilhan Omar, she probably could have been taken out just for I
yeah.
I don't know. There was a lot of Congress people who didn't come, and probably it's probably a good thing they didn't, because they would have been taken out too. But
Yeah, yeah, it was a
having technical difficulties here.
yeah, well, I'm just being me. I keep clicking buttons. But yeah, so It was just the decor if you can't even call it decorum of the Democrats, it's just
No.
appalling. I this is sick. This
Well,
is I don't even
and
know
the
how else
president
to
called it
describe
out.
it.
The
Yes.
president called it out for them being sick, and I that that won't get talked about on the news shows, and it'll just be well, it may, but it'll get turned into president calls all left-leaning Americans sick people, and it's like, no, I mean, people who vote Democrat, I don't think they know what they're voting for, and if you'd watch how these people act in this setting, you would be ashamed of what you're voting for. These people couldn't even
Yeah.
stand up for when the president said, "Okay, if you agree that the first duty of the government is to protect its citizens," they wouldn't even stand up. I mean, for heaven's sake, people, that is like to establish domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense. It's in the Constitution. You know, one of the main duties of any government is to provide for its citizens' defense and to provide for its citizens, not for the rest of the world. So
Yeah. It's
they
just
can't even stand for that.
it was a joke. I'm like and I hope I really hope that um what the heck, Eric? There we go.
Okay.
Um
Well,
I just hope the American people saw it. You know, I hope I mean, we had C-SPAN on,
yeah.
but I
No, there's nerds like us that are gonna watch it.
yeah, and but I hope that, you know, they panned and at one point you're like, "Why do they keep showing the Democrats?" I hope that everybody saw that and they were like, "Oh my gosh, these people are nuts." You know,
They
it's
are.
they are beyond nuts.
Well, let's get into kind of some of the stuff that he did talk about, the meat of the speech, okay? So the
Yeah,
first thing,
so
America's back, okay?
yep.
Bigger, better, stronger, 250. We got there.
We're back,
Um,
baby.
Most incredible and exceptional golden age of America. And I mean, Trump, for all his bluster, if he could harness it, he could he could be Reagan-esque in the way he speaks.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
he has the ability, he has the vision, but I mean, he's the New York guy, and that's the way he talks. But I
yeah,
mean, bigger, better, stronger than ever, and that's not a bad thing for us to hear. We need to hear that, and when all of our political leaders are out there, America is never going to be as great as we have been, and there's going to be people who get on the comments and say, "Oh, who's ever said that?" Well, they have. They have in the
yeah,
past. It's not
yeah, they
been
have.
somebody specific now, but it's been said in the past, and we need to hear that we are exceptional. And
Yeah, we are.
God rest his soul, 5 years ago, we lost the greatest champion of American exceptionalism, Rush Limbaugh, big hero to
Yeah,
both of us, and, I mean, you just said before the speech was over, somebody tweeted to Bo Snerdley, "Man, who do I wish was here that could talk about this tomorrow?"
yeah. Man, I would what I wouldn't give to hear Rush. I mean, what I wouldn't give to hear him one more
But
time, but I mean,
he had the
especially
best seat, but Rush had to have the best seat in the house for that
yeah.
tonight.
Yep. Yep. It was incredible. But yeah, what I wouldn't give to hear his commentary on it.
Well, and you also said,
Uh,
and obviously we're gonna give ours here, but you said that,
yeah.
Glenn Beck tweeted out, "Oh, I can't wait about this tomorrow, and I can't wait to
Yeah.
hear what he
Yeah,
says."
he said so Snerdley, Bo Snerdley took a poll a half hour ago. You know, do
During
you
the
approve,
speech.
disapprove during this speech?
Well, now
Have just
it's gonna be a warped audience because Bo Snerdley is
you
gonna
know,
be like
yeah.
99% GOP.
Yeah, it's gonna be most, you know, Rush people.
Yeah,
But, he said, "Do you approve of the State of the Union speech?"
absolutely.
96% said yes, 1.5% said no, 2% said somewhat, and that was out of 1,200 people.
Yeah,
It's still rising, but
yeah. Now, something I wrote down that the first half hour, 45 minutes was a legit real State of the Union address, okay?
yeah,
Trump was there saying how now obviously he's going to say pat himself on the back and say how great we're doing. But I mean, I think if you look around, we are. We're
yeah,
doing great. I just went to the gas station this afternoon, filled up my truck with gas for less than $40. And
yeah. That's pretty
there's a
good.
gag out there. There's a gag out there that a liberal woman says, "Oh, my SUV used to take $100 of gas. Now it only takes 40." It's like, I'm glad it only took 40 to fill up the truck. So
Yeah, yeah, no kidding.
price price of gas come down. The price of food is coming down. Um,
Yeah, that's something,
and
and a lot of
inflation's
people,
down.
as I say, a
People
lot of
don't know that
some people, yeah, they don't know that, and they might not be seeing it, I
yet.
mean, some of us, yeah, we're not gonna see it yet, um, but it's coming. It's on its way, you just gotta give this stuff time, and, I mean, we're starting to see it at the pump, we're starting to see prices of things are just slowly dropping. I mean, Trump mentioned eggs today. I
Yep.
mean, I remember under Biden buying eggs for
$10 for a dozen, I think, wasn't it almost?
yeah, it wasn't that much around here, but it was still, I mean, I was paying,
Significantly
6
ridiculous.
$6 for a dozen. I mean, I just bought eggs last week and they were $1.79 or something.
There's a
I
there's a
mean,
big glut in the market now, so
yeah, but so things are getting there. It's just, I mean, we're not all gonna see it
no, not
all. I mean,
immediately.
it's not gonna
And
hit
and
immediately. Yeah.
and I think and that's why I wish that more people, but other than just nerds like us, would watch stuff like this because
Yeah.
you need to hear it from the president himself. Um, because I think that when you get your news just from CNN, NBC, all the mainstream drive-bys, as Rush would call them, um, you don't get the full story. You just get what they want you to hear. And if we hear what the president is hearing, obviously he's going to have his own slant on it too, but
Sure.
he's going to be telling us what is going to be helpful for us to know. And if that is that inflation is down, price at the pump is down, now obviously we should be able to see the price of the pumps down, but we need to hear that. We need to
Yeah.
hear somebody telling us that, hey, stuff is going right. And this is it's a Trump speech. It's he gives speeches like this all the time that
Yeah. This is kinda
America's
his
it's
this
his
is his
thing.
style. Yeah.
I
Which
mean,
isn't
that's what
bad by any
no, it's
stretch. It's not
not.
a, I mean, and like you
But
said,
that's
like you just said, we I mean, the people need to hear it.
it's what I have written down. It's a normal Trump turnaround speech.
Yeah.
How we saw under Biden what was going on, X for 4 years, yada yada yada. And for those who are watching, I mean, if you are watching, share, and subscribe, obviously. For those who are watching, you got to be seeing this stuff getting better. You had to
Yeah.
notice that what was going on during Biden's term was prices went skyrocketed. And a lot of people would say, oh, well, that was caused by Trump. That was caused by Trump. Well,
Yeah.
when the president doesn't do anything, that doesn't help either. And Biden,
Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe.
So,
Not to be confused with you, Joe, but
which I admit I have been Sleepy Joe over the last couple weeks with the flu. Yes, I admit that. Um, so there's some stuff that I think I wrote down statistically. I think we need
yeah.
to hear.
Yeah.
So for the last 9 months, zero illegal aliens, and we are calling them illegal aliens
Yep.
again.
Yep. I
Zero
wrote that
illegal
down
aliens
too.
admitted to the United States. In 9 months, zero.
And that was, what did he say? That was the statistic, that it was the lowest in 120 years?
That
Was
was
that
murder.
statistic? Oh,
Murder
that
was
was
the one that was
murder.
lowest.
All right.
Um,
But it's still, I think
increased.
this is still a, like, crazy low statistic.
It is, and 56% reduction in fentanyl. And the fact that Trump
That's impressive.
designated
That's
fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction and
yeah,
designated cartels as foreign terrorist organizations,
yeah,
that
that's
gives us
huge,
that huge. That
huge.
gives us um, it gives us free rein to go after them, because
Yeah,
if they're foreign terrorist organizations, you don't have to declare war, you don't
right.
have to do
Yes, that's
anything,
true,
you
yes.
go if they cause problems like what the, cartels have been doing before they started getting rid of their fishing fleets, like you said, people don't wanna go fishing anymore down there.
Yeah,
Um, before
right.
they was it, or the Navy or the Coast, you started taking these people out,
Yeah,
we were getting so much fentanyl and so much drugs into our country from that, and it's been cut by, he said 56%, at least for fentanyl. That's
yeah,
amazing. And
yeah, that's I mean, to say it
it's
again, but
huge,
it's
yeah,
huge. I
yeah.
mean, that is a
And
big, big deal.
the murder stat, the single largest, reduction of murders in over 100 years in recorded history. He said before his dad was born.
Yeah,
And Trump is
that
what,
was the 100 yeah, that was
78 years
121.
old? So
Yeah,
his dad had to have been born around 1900.
yeah,
So
that's wildly impressive.
that is amazing. So something is going right in this country, and people need to hear that.
Yeah,
And where you see that Trump's got a what 37% approval rating, in the
it dep
polls,
it
and
depends on the
that's
poll you're looking
it
at.
depends on the
You
poll
know,
you're
it's
looking
all
at,
skewed,
but
yeah,
it's ridiculous that you could look out and see that unemployment is down,
yeah,
prices are down, taxes are down. We haven't done our taxes yet, but I'm sure we're going to get a pretty good tax reduction ourselves.
yeah, I
So,
haven't done mine yet either, but I would assume I hope mine are gonna be I hope I'm gonna get something in there, be
well,
nice.
you would hope so.
Yeah, no kidding.
Inflation is down. I believe he said inflation is down to 1.7%.
Yep, yep,
That's almost
1.7%.
statistically zero.
Yeah,
I would like it to be
which
literally zero, but
yeah, which he even said too, I mean, ideally, it should be, which is dumb. The Fed figures in a 2% every year, and I'm
yeah.
like, it should be 0. But, yeah, that's,
Well, in the last year also, again, these are the statistic stuff that he listed that, like I said, this is the literal State of the Union address. 53 time 53 times in the last year, the stock market has hit an all-time high.
yeah,
That's amazing.
that's awesome.
After 4 years of just, like, stagnant time in the stock market, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. That's just beyond awesome. Um,
I did notice that during the statistical stuff, Elizabeth they did pan to Elizabeth Warren, our favorite Native American congressperson.
yeah,
Um,
I'll try not to make fun of her since we're live on
yeah,
YouTube, but,
we'll be nice, we'll be nice. Our
uh,
favorite Native American congresswoman,
yeah,
senator, excuse me, Senator Warren.
senator, yeah.
She was not impressed by the American exceptionalism that Trump was
Well,
listing off.
were any of the Democrats really impressed by it? I
Um,
mean, they
maybe
didn't
our
s
buddy
they didn't hardly
maybe
stand for anything.
maybe our buddy John Fetterman from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but, I mean, he surprisingly is the most normal out of the whole bunch, shockingly.
We've been saying that since we
Yeah.
started this podcast. Neither of us ever thought that John Fetterman was gonna be the Democrat
Wow.
that's like, "Oh my gosh, he's got a brain."
Out of all the Democrats, he's the one that I'd love to just sit down at dinner with and be like, "What's what's the deal?
What's keeping you there?
What yeah, yeah, 1, what's keeping you there? 2, what switch flipped in your head?" I'm glad a switch
Oh,
flipped,
definitely,
but,
definitely.
I'm like, "What
Whether
happened?"
whether it's
I'm curious. I'm just
whether it's
curious.
self-preservation or whether it's just him I mean, having a legit epiphany.
Yeah,
Something else that the president said, oil production. And
yeah,
this is where our gas prices where we're seeing our gas price decreases.
Yeah.
Oil production in this country is up 6 million barrels of oil per day.
Yeah, that's
And
impressive.
we just received what was it? 80 million barrels. 8 million barrels
Yeah,
from Venezuela. And
that's
I
awesome.
know that all the libs out there are going to be saying, "Oh, you just went into Venezuela to get the oil." Well, I don't know if we said this in another episode, but we don't need it.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't need it. But
No.
getting that oil from Venezuela stops our buddies in the Far East from getting it. What
Yeah,
was it?
stops our adversaries
In
from
China.
getting it. Yeah, Janet. Um,
So,
yeah, that's I mean,
and it stops Iran from refining that oil for China. So there is so much stuff that taking out Maduro did
yeah,
that. I mean, that's one of the great things that he talked about, and the fact that the lead that he awarded the lead pilot in the flight the Congressional Medal of Honor, and that to their
that
credit,
was
the
cool.
Dems did stand for that. That I
Yeah,
if that's the only thing they stood for, I mean, good for them. And the World War II
yeah,
aviator receiving the Medal of Honor, they stood for that. So
yeah.
give them
There's a
minor
lot of things
kudos for
they
that.
didn't stand for that, man, they
I know it's sad what they don't
yeah,
stand for.
yeah, it's just, and I bookmarked a bunch of, tweets on Twitter, well, X, I guess I can't call them tweets anymore.
Yeah, you can
Um,
still call them tweets.
yeah, but, yeah, but I was just as things were coming in, I would just hit bookmark, bookmark, it's
Mhm.
because they're coming in so fast. But, it's we got, one from Glenn Beck. He says, "Halfway through, Democrats cheering that they voted against cuts, Al Green kicked out. A third of them refused to stand for the hockey team or Dell."
Whoa, the third
Yep,
didn't stand for the hockey team?
yep. Or the Trump accounts, with Dell, or Kushner. They gave over $6 billion to the Trump accounts for kids. They want to take money from billionaires, but they freely give. They jeer. Meanwhile, POTUS is a happy warrior and giving the best speech of his career. It's like,
I got no argument with that. He did
yeah,
give one
that
of the
was
best speeches of his career. It was great.
that was a that was phenomenal. And I didn't really know what to expect, going
Well,
into,
we know
um,
he's good at giving speeches.
yeah,
It's his forte.
yeah. And he
Um,
always, I mean, he kind of circles around and does some weird, but I gotta hand it to the man. He
brings
always
it back.
brings it right back to where
Mhm.
to the point that he started with. I couldn't give a speech like that. That's
And neither could Sleepy Joe.
Snippet Joe.
No, but seriously, couple more stats, and I know there's gonna be people like, "Well, quick with the statistics, it's all numbers." Well, the numbers are important. The numbers are
They are. They are.
the
Yep.
one that really did stick out to me is that all the jobs that have been created in the last year in this country, every single job, 100% has been in the private sector.
Yep.
Not one of those jobs created in this country have been government jobs. So, I mean, you start a government program and say, "Oh, I created 35 jobs." Well, no, but that adds the tax base. So, or it adds the tax burden, excuse me. Um,
Yeah.
but when you're creating jobs that are not public sector jobs, that's people don't appreciate the fact that number is 100%.
Yeah.
Um,
And yeah, you're exactly right. That's a huge. I mean, more obviously that's just, more taxpayer jobs would be more burden on the taxpayer.
mhm. Well, and also, unemployment is at a historic low.
Yeah.
Um, even even though that there's going to be jobs opening up where they take out some of the cheaper labor, shall we say? I mean, if YouTube doesn't want to strike us for that one, um, there's gonna
Well,
those jobs will be taken.
and I
There's
wrote
people. Go ahead.
no, go ahead, go ahead. I was just gonna say I wrote down a statistic which goes along with the whole job thing, but, we so far we've got 2.4 million people off of food stamps
That's
in the
amazing.
last year. I mean, that's incredible. 2.4 million people off of food stamps, which hopefully those same people are the ones
Stay.
that stay off of food stamps and that they've gotten jobs now
Yeah,
in the
and
private sector.
that's where I'd like to see. I'm not a math person, even though I'm constantly quoting all these stats here with this State of the Union address. But that's a math problem I'd like to look at. Those you said 2 point how many million? 2.2 million?
2.4, 2.4.
Okay, so almost 2.5 million.
Yeah.
I'd like to see how much money those people get through the year on food stamps and how much just taking that many people off food stamps saves the taxpayers.
Oh,
And I
yeah,
know there's
that's
people
gotta
out there
be.
saying there's probably people out there saying, "Oh, you don't care about poor people." It's like, "No, I do." If they
Yeah.
get jobs, they can take care of themselves better
Yep.
than the government will ever take care of them. And then and selfishly, yes, I don't have to take care of them through my taxes, but if they do need help, I will be there to help them without the government telling me to help.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was the initial,
Sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead. No, no, go ahead. I'm
So
done.
basically what Trump is saying is our union's strong. What we are strong and eh, no matter strong as long as um we're
Yeah.
endowed by our creator.
Yep. Joe, I think I might have lost you. Oh, we lost Joe. He gone. Okay, everybody. Well, since, we're waiting for Joe to come back. Oh, there he is.
Just
Hey.
cut me off. So I think you went to sleep or something there. And we were talking about Trump saying we're tired of winning. We're sick, Mr. President, we're sick of winning. We're sick of can we
Yeah,
stop
yeah.
winning? And that's when he brought the hockey team out and
Yep,
awarded Connor Hellebuck with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. And
that was cool.
that's I know it was just to the goalie, but that's symbolic of the entire team.
Yeah. Yeah, that's huge, and for a third of the Democrats to not even stand up, it's
It's not political. It's the Olympic hockey team. We
this
beat
is
Canada.
this is so embarrassing. It's it's I mean, it just made me wanna scream. Obviously, that's not gonna help, it's not gonna do anything but
No,
raise my blood
no.
pressure. But
Which I'm sure there's some Democrats out there that's like, "Oh, please do, please do, please do."
it's crazy. These people are crazy. The
They
president said
are.
it. They are crazy.
They're sick.
Uh, how can you not stand for this? How can you not clap? How can you Okay, if you don't wanna stand,
That's
at least
fine
fricking clap.
for the US hockey team that just won
Yes.
the Olympic gold medal.
Has 0 to do with the president that's standing up there, has 0 to do with his politics. ugh, just it's aggravating. It's just
It
yeah,
is.
it's
It,
it's
it's annoying. I mean, but at the end of the day, first of all, can we change them? No, we can't change them. Second of all, does it hurt us that they do that? No, it doesn't hurt us.
oh,
It
it's only
hurts the
gonna hurt
country.
them. Yeah, it's gonna hurt the country and it's gonna potentially hurt them.
And you would hope their voters see that. And maybe those people out there in Michigan and Wisconsin and Pennsylvania and Iowa and North and South Dakota. No, I mean, God help us with North and South Dakota, any Democrats, but if you have any Democrat legislators in Congress, you got your guys from your hockey team that just represented us in the Olympics, and they sat on their hands and
Yeah,
didn't cheer for them. What does that say to you? I mean, they care more about politics and making a statement in that case than cheering for our country.
it's just it's appalling. I don't know what else to call it other than appalling.
And then after that, Trump went into the second half of most State of the Union speeches where he started recognizing people. And I don't know if you wrote a lot of notes about the folks he recognized.
Um, I was I was more writing notes about the statistics and the facts that he was throwing out, not quite as much as the I don't know if you did you hit any notes that he of the people that he was, um of the people that he was recognizing?
A few. We have our producer in the next room sneezing. Um, the first one he called out was a Mr. Taggart. I can't read the first name. I think it's Buddy Taggart. Um, sitting next to Usha Vance. Um,
Oh,
he
yeah, that
was
one.
World War II veteran in the Philippines under MacArthur. Helped liberate Luzon, and there was no. I don't think there was a medal given to him, but there was recognition for the fact that I think he was going to be turning 100 years old this summer. Um, and they talked about the Texas flood with the uh, Coast Guard petty officer, I believe he was. Um, Scott Ruskin saved
Yeah, yeah, that was
164
cool.
people
Yeah,
um, in the flood in Texas. They had one of the kids that he saved, and they gave him the Legion of Merit for heroism. Um, so every generation steps up, and every child has a chance to go bigger. I can't read some of my notes here. Um, then he went into tax cuts biggest in history, the great big beautiful bill,
yep,
um, and talking about how we don't have tax on tips, tax on overtime. Now, unfortunately, that's gonna sunset thanks to the Democrats and some of the
yeah, they
Republicans.
that inside the big beautiful bill, then they once it got to the Senate, I think they got a hold of it and they started to botch some of it.
Well, to
So
be fair,
it's not I was
it's
to
not
say, I think
perfect.
it's not exactly it wasn't the way that Trump wanted it initially.
Well,
I
but
think they got a
also
hold of it and
they
botched
got
it.
something. They got
Yeah,
something, and,
yeah,
and it's like Reagan said, if you get 80% of what you ask for, you still got 80% of what you asked for, especially if you ask
yeah,
for so if you go out there and ask for 120% of what you want, you get what you want.
exactly.
But
Yeah,
with that though, those tax cuts do sunset, but it's um I don't know how long it was for. There was other stuff he's talking about with
yeah,
the Great Big
that
Beautiful Bill.
I don't remember.
I think there was something to do with car loans, 0 interest
Yes,
on
I wrote that down. So,
car
on
loans.
cars that are made here in America, you'll be able to deduct the interest
Mm.
on the car loan. as long as
So
they're made
now,
here in America.
is that just Ford, Chevy, Dodge, or is that Toyota,
My
Honda,
my guess
Tesla, all
is that
those
yeah, those will be,
because they're
anything
made
that's
here?
made or assembled here.
Okay,
Yeah, so it probably I don't know how they're gonna figure it, but if you go off of the VIN number of the car, anything with a 1 or a 5 on the beginning of the VIN number is
made
made
here.
is
Yeah,
made here.
yeah.
Um,
Dang, I'm gonna have to go
yeah,
look at our
1,
cars.
5, and there's another it's 1 and 5, something like that. But yeah, anything like that, then you'll be which is huge because I don't know if you'll remember, and I think I'm not 100%, but I think that you used to years ago, like back when our parents were kids, that you used to be able to deduct the interest on your taxes.
You can deduct interest on home loans now, I think.
Okay, maybe it was home loans that I was thinking of.
I think you still can.
Yeah,
I think. I'm not 100% since we don't own a home, we rent, and I know
yeah,
you rent too, so
yeah,
that doesn't apply to us, but w we're going to see mom and dad tomorrow, so I'll ask them and see if they do deduct interest on their home.
yeah, yeah. They
I
would.
think
I'm
they're
sure
paid
they would
off,
know.
but they would at least know that.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
there was, something that he was talking about, a homeschool mother. I didn't write a whole lot, and Megan Hemhauser, I am so sorry, I did not write a lot about you, but I think it was to talk about the fact that she was working a waitress job while her husband was working a lot of overtime hours, and that cut their tax bill.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. That was. You said something about they got $5,000 back on their taxes or
Something like that.
paying $5,000 less or something, which is, I mean, that's significant
Hmm.
for a small family. I mean, yeah, that's significant.
Well, and then he went into tariffs, our
Yep.
favorite topic.
Tariffs, tariffs. He did touch right before tariffs the Trump accounts, which Michael
He did not
and
name
Susan Dell, correct, that he made sure to tell everybody that he did not name. But Michael and Susan Dell and man, I forgot the other guy's name, but they donated a bunch of money, $6.2 billion into these
Brad
Trump
Gerstner.
accounts. Yes. Yes, that guy. Sorry, Brad. I forgot you. Um, but that
I'm sure we're
was
his favorite podcast.
yeah, yeah, I'm sure he's yeah, just distraught that
He's
we
riveted to us.
yeah. Um, so Trump said that, and I'm sure this is in a perfect world as long as everything's going, the way the markets are going. But by 18, so if a child receives those accounts now, by 18, they'll have over $100,000 in this account,
It's a lot of money, and that pays for a lot of
pending,
college.
markets and
Yeah.
everything, all of that works. But
Or if they don't
that is huge.
if they don't wanna go to college, that's their money, right?
Yes.
They could buy a
Yes.
house.
Yep.
That's a big down payment on a house,
Yep.
even in 20 years.
That's incredible. And obviously you can choose to leave it,
Yeah.
in there. You don't have to take it out at 18.
No.
But I think that 18 you can't touch it until they're 18.
No, you can't, I think.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I mean and I know yeah, I know my brother and sister-in-law were looking into doing that for my niece. So hopefully they got that signed up cuz
Oh, that'd be nice.
that would be huge for
Can
her.
they can they do it for Wolfie too, or just just
Um
Abigail?
I don't know. I don't know. I
Okay,
think there was a cutoff, but I
okay.
don't know. Um But yeah, so anyways, I just wanted to touch on that, and you got
Yeah,
tariffs.
yeah,
Tariffs.
well, and I know he's gonna be riding the Supreme Court for the decision they just put down, but you know what? The way they used tariffs over the last year, it did settle a lot of trade issues, and it did it did help us to be able to cut taxes, and I don't know if there's people out there who are as big of nerds as us, but before the
Nerd,
nerd alert,
nerd.
but before was it the 13th Amendment, or which amendment was it that brought in income tax? 16th, I think. Shame on me for not remembering that. We
Uh,
got almost all of our national revenue from
yeah.
tariffs.
Mhm.
And Trump is trying to get us back to that, so we
Yeah,
don't have federal income taxes anymore.
you know how incredible that would be?
Yes.
That would
Well,
that would
wait a minute. That's going to kill a lot of jobs at the IRS. And in the tax prep industry and the IRS will hate that, because that's a
yeah.
big money industry.
Now, that would probably just be federal income tax. Obviously, there
Yeah.
would still, there could still be state, because each state would have to regulate their own. Obviously, some states we know don't have income tax, Florida, Tennessee, Texas,
Washington,
Washington,
actually.
which is
Yeah.
surprising. But, yeah, so that'd be a big deal.
I know.
That'd be a
I would
big deal.
I would say anybody watching us, drop a comment in the comment section if you would like to see income taxes just gone in 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, oh, man, if he could get that done by the end of his presidency.
Well, I would say even the Democrats have to give him credit for that, but they love taxes. They've never seen a tax they don't love. But I
They
mean,
always want somebody else's money.
I know, but if he would get that done to get rid of income tax, I think he'd go down as one of the greatest presidents in history. And of course, we're fans. We like Trump.
Yep. Yep.
Um, but I'm not going to go out and say he's the greatest. He's not. But he's
Oh,
up there.
there's definitely been
He's
greater, but
he's up there. I mean,
he's up there.
so and I know there's going to be people who in the comments say, "You guys are just a bunch of Republican redneck hillbillies that don't know what you're talking about." Well, okay, I've been around a while. I'm a little bit older. I've seen a few good ones. I've seen a few bad ones, and
Yep.
He's brash. He doesn't put out as polished a front as, say, a Reagan or a Clinton, but he
But
gets stuff done.
Trump doesn't care. He wants to get it done. He doesn't,
It's just getting
you
the
know,
job done.
yeah, it's just getting the job done. It's okay if he says something that's not quite as polished, big whoop. You and I talk like that, you know?
And I think that's
That's why people like him.
exactly, because he's other than the fact that he's got more money than God, he's
Yeah.
a normal person. He talks
Yep.
like everybody else.
Yep. And I think that's what people appreciate. That's why people can relate. They feel like they just feel like he's one of us. And
So,
I would agree a lot of times. I think he views his views are that way as well.
mhm.
I think that
Something else. Sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead. I was just
So,
rambling.
something else he got into is healthcare costs, and we talked about this in, I think, a prior episode, about cutting drug costs, and he went into it a
Yep.
little bit more.
Trump
I
RX.
Yeah, Trump RX, again, not his name
Right.
for it, but I think he said that they're going to try to take prescription drug costs down from between 300 and 600%.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would
it's
a-
insane.
and they did single out somebody in the gallery, and I wish they would have found somebody for something besides IVF. But the
Yeah.
fact that somebody can go from
But
um,
if you just look at the price of
exactly
the drug, let's,
what
you and I in a
take
whole different show, we can
yeah,
debate
yeah,
on how we feel about IVF.
exactly,
But if you just take the price, I think he said, what's it,
40,000
5,000?
to $500 or something like that.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
a significant
It was like
decrease.
it was like $5,000 down to
Oh,
$500 or
it was a lot more than that, I think. It was
something.
significant
I was
decrease.
just, yeah, it was astronomical. Um, yeah. So if and I know I was poking around on it a little bit, but If any of you guys have questions, it's trumprx.com or
.gov.
excuse me, .gov, trumprx.gov. And there's even in there, you can filter out by certain drugs and see different prices. It's kind of slick. So again, that's trumprx.gov. So check that out and definitely check your savings because that is huge.
There was something else.
Huge.
There's another thing he was talking about with decreasing prices, and it was with home prices. Um, there apparently has been a spate of investment firms buying up
Yeah.
lots of single family homes,
Yeah.
and I think
It's happening.
it was an executive order he signed to stop that from happening or something. Was that
Yeah.
the case?
And I had mixed feelings about that order because
It's
I'm
free
like, okay,
market, but
yeah, it's a free market. I don't like being being restrictive on anything, but I 110% agree that these large corporations, because they just gobble them up and then they spit them back out at this
they turn them into
ridiculously high
rentals.
price.
Yeah.
They turn them into rentals to make a fortune.
Well, and
And
that's
I mean, I
something I
see that
think.
around where I live.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no secret.
That's almost a rules for radicals thing, just trying to force everybody into rentals and not being able to buy their own
Yep.
house too,
Yep. That is exactly
to eliminate home
whether they
ownership.
know
Yeah.
it or not. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Whether it's
So
intentional or
exactly.
a a unintended consequence. I think the Democrats know what they're doing, but that's another debate for another day.
Oh, there's one more. There's another thing that he did bring up is trying to get rid of congressional insider trading.
Insider trading. Yes,
Yes,
I
and
wrote that down.
everybody stood up and
They
everybody
stood.
clapped,
I couldn't
and
believe it. I
and
didn't. I didn't know if Pelosi was there or not, though.
well, she was there and she looked pretty rough.
Oh
Sorry,
yeah,
sorry, Mrs. Pelosi. She did look. She To quote one of my favorite comedians, "Girl, you need to go home and go to bed."
yeah. She
But
needed she
um,
needed another shot or
yeah,
something.
she needed a Red Bull or something.
Yeah.
But everybody's standing up, and they don't want people knowing that they're insider trading. But my gosh, the again, I hate to keep calling us nerds, but the nerds like us know they're doing it.
Well, and
There's so
oh,
many of them that are
they're all
doing it.
oh my gosh, they're doing it. And the thing is, they all stood up, they all clapped, they all cheered, but
Hmm.
how many of them are going to vote for it?
I don't know.
When it comes down to it, when it comes down to the wire, how many of them are going to vote for it? Because I mean, and obviously we're going to touch on this here too, that he talked about, but the SAVE Act, on
Yep.
how many of almost all of them up there. I mean, you can go back and find video clips of them talking about you need an ID to vote. People that aren't Americans shouldn't be voting in American elections. Whether it go back, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and now all of a sudden they're against it. So this is the same situation. Right now they might be like, we're against it. It's bad. But when they go to vote for it, I
Well,
don't forgot how to push the button.
and and we know why. We know why they
Yeah.
don't want to say that. And here's the crazy thing about that: money and
Money.
power.
Money and power.
And the crazy thing about that, the Save Act, is they don't want to have um, people present ID to vote in elections, but when the Congress people vote in elections on the floor, they have to. And I think it was, I don't remember which rep it was or which senator it was, but they showed on their desk they have to literally insert
Yep.
photo ID
Yep.
to
They have
vote.
a they have their congressional ID and
They have to their badge basically.
yep, their
It might have
badge.
been it might have been
That's how
Senator
it
Mullen,
tracks
I think.
it
Yeah.
tracks their vote. It might have been Markway Mullen. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's phenomenal, by the way. Thank you, Senator, for everything you do. I appreciate it.
But
Um,
whoever it was, you have to insert that badge to vote.
yep,
And if and the old saying, sauce for the goose, you know, if
yep,
it's good for them, why is it not good for us?
yep.
Because it doesn't give them power and money.
Rules for thee, but not for me.
Yep.
Yes, that was a
Oh, and
that was
Minnesota.
great. We had
Minnesota. And the
Minnesota.
Somali pirates. I don't think
Oh,
the Somali pirates are on somebody's bingo card, but
that was so good. That was um
was it Senator Lee?
Mike Lee tweeted
Yeah.
that. I I didn't have Somali pirates on my bingo card. That was awesome.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, you should have seen. Oh,
Ilhan Omar.
Ilhan Omar, she started crying.
She was
Oh,
screaming. Oh my
oh,
gosh.
it was glorious. It's just
You anti-Islamic misogynistic twit. How dare you?
I'm sorry. There you start digging into this fraud and
What did he say? $19 billion of fraud in Minnesota alone, and,
yeah,
and other
yeah.
states, California, Michigan, New York,
Yep.
Ohio, where I live.
Oh,
It's
guess
got to
what?
be
And
worse.
they're all blue.
No,
Except I mean Ohio's
Ohio's
purple.
not. Ohio's a very red state.
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
Ohio's a red state now.
yeah, but you got your governor.
Don't remind me. Only for another
For
year.
another year. Thank the Lord.
Uh,
Anywho,
yeah, but the fraud there that with and I know the Democrats don't want to talk about it, but the ICE enforcement, the fraud that got rid of. I
yeah.
believe Trump said that if you got what was it? If you got all that fraud in hand, you could pay off the national debt.
Yeah,
That's disgusting.
yeah, he did make
Trillions of
a
dollars of fraud.
well, did you
That's a
see
pretty big claim.
they're making the claim that a third of the annual budget. Well, I mean, we don't ever balance a budget.
It's fraud.
But yeah, a third of the budget coming out of the government is fraud. Goes
Now,
right to fraud. It's what
you
they're
ex
estimating,
well,
obviously.
you expect in any kind of bureaucracy, there's gonna be waste,
Yeah, things are
obviously. In
gonna
any
happen.
bureaucracy that big, stuff
Yep.
happens, but when it's $19 billion, I mean, the Cleveland Browns, I don't know if people know this, they're trying to build a new stadium in Cleveland, and I think they're saying it may cost, like, $1.8 billion. So that's enough to build 9 or 10 NFL football
Yeah.
stadiums. That's a that's a lot of money.
Oh my gosh.
How many
There's
houses
I
can
mean,
you build for that
you and I in our lifetimes combined, we won't even ever see a fraction of that.
No, no.
You know?
Oh,
That's
and
just
along with all the talk of Minnesota and ICE and fraud and I please I don't want people going out there and looking because it's vulgar, but a lot of the Democrats were wearing released the files, the Epstein files, or the redacted files. But Rashida Tlaib took it up. She was wearing a vulgar pin about ICE. Don't go looking for it, folks. It's just
it's
it's
just these people are
sick.
sick.
And this is a sitting. Is she a senator or congresswoman? I can't remember. Rashida
Congresswoman, I
Tlaib, she's
think.
congresswoman.
Yeah.
Wearing something like that onto the House floor. I mean, even John Fetterman put on a good suit and tie to go to the State of the Union address, and he wasn't wearing any kind of Carhartts or sweats or anything, and he's known for that.
Yeah.
But she's wearing a pin it's got a vulgar message on it, and the lack of decorum, but just because it's Donald Trump, they
Yeah.
don't like
It's just crazy.
it. It is.
It's so distasteful. So unclassy. It's
It,
just
it it's incredibly and
it's
there's a few other things.
absolutely ridiculous.
There's a few other things you talked about the angel families, and I believe those are the families who lost loved ones to illegal aliens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
The
Um,
angel moms,
angel
angel
moms,
families.
angel
Yeah.
families. Um, he did call out one. And then after that, um, this is the line that I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that they didn't stand when he asked every senator, every congressman to stand if they believe that the first duty of the American government is to protect the citizens.
Yep.
Almost no Democrats were standing. Like I said, probably our buddy John Fetterman was, and probably a few others, but I mean, very few of them were standing. It's like,
Yep.
oh my gosh, how can you? That is literally the first duty of the government.
Yeah, it's insane. And if you give me a second here, I saved that clip somewhere. We can relive it. But yeah, it's just yeah, here it is. It's just insane. It's insane. I don't know what else to call it, but insane. I mean, it's insane. Uh,
Can we play it on the side here?
yep, I can. What if I can? What the heck, Eric? Hold on, Joe. Let's
So with media,
and then okay, here we go. So then if I share my screen.
we're new to this, folks.
Yeah, bear with us. We're getting in there. All right, here we go. The Donald. Oops, hold on. Maybe I didn't share audio.
Well, that would be bad.
Oh yeah, it's great. This is good stuff. But yeah,
Good times. Good
I mean,
times.
I was just appalled that
Very few Democrats stood up for
yeah,
that one.
I don't. There we go. All right, here we go.
With this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
Look at that, folks.
Look at that. Shameful.
Agree.
Shameful.
Yeah, that's just that's appalling. And you even saw Rashida Tlaib waving. She had something, you know, probably a big middle finger or something that she was waving in the air. I didn't see what it was, but she's these. What is it with these? They're vile. What is it with these women?
We got to be careful with the women stuff.
I know, but
I think you need to have the producer on talking about this one, not me.
oh, gosh, it's just I don't understand it. I don't.
Oh,
I mean,
it's power.
you and I would. I mean, obviously, if you got invited to go to something like that, I mean, it's pretty historic, no matter who the president
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
But
If it
even
was
if
Clinton or Obama or whoever,
even if it was Obama or Clinton sitting up there
he's
talking,
still the
yeah,
president of the United States.
I don't agree with much that's coming out of his mouth, but it's still the president of the United States. You don't.
You respect the office.
Yes, and I can't even. I just can't even talk after watching that. I can't even. The words can't even form in my mouth. I just
Yeah.
hope. I hope that the American people saw. I hope they saw that.
Folks, if you're living in any of those states where you have Democrat representation, and I know there's probably nothing you can do about it because of the way they've gerrymandered your districts, or like say in states like Minnesota where the Democrats run the state because it's just that one county where it's very heavily populated, but the rest of the state's not. Um, there's got to be a way you can do something. Either get out, um, and I'm saying this, yeah, from a red state in Ohio, and Eric's talking from a red state in Indiana, but we would welcome you with open arms. If you get out
Yeah.
of those states, come to Ohio, come to Indiana, come to Tennessee, come to heck, go to Michigan, go to Pennsylvania, make them more red. Um, just
Yeah, that'd be great.
don't bring the goofy stuff with you. I mean,
Yeah.
let's get the good people to the good states, and don't bring the goofy stuff with you, and let the crazy people stay in the crazy places.
Yeah. Dittos.
Mm. Well, and I mean, this is a little off topic, but it's something that's going on this week in the news. The fact that the Bears,
Got
are talking
bears?
about moving out of Chicago because
Isn't
of how
that wild?
crazy the city is, how badly run it is, and I bet you if you follow it to the real result, it's taxes.
Yeah.
They're
Oh.
they're trying,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're only
You know
moving
it is.
16 miles. They're going from Chicago to Hammond, Indiana.
Yeah.
It's got to be the taxes. It's got to be all that. So
Yep. You know it is. I
if
mean,
it's good enough for the Bears, my gosh, folks, get out of those crazy places. I
yeah.
get it.
That's
You may have oceanfront property in Malibu or something like that, but for heaven's sakes, it's crazy. Get out.
go get yourself some oceanfront property in Florida.
Alabama,
Yeah.
Georgia.
Just somewhere. Anywhere's got to
Yeah,
be better than that.
no kidding. Well,
So let's see. We covered
pretty much
the
the whole speech, I
Save Act.
believe.
We covered the Save Act. There was so much in there. There was a lot of stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, talking about DHS losing funding. Uh, Democrats wouldn't support it. Obviously,
Dude,
going through all that.
playing politics with national security, that's sick.
Yes, and then you got Ilhan and Talib that are just screaming because they've got all their Somali stuff, and they're
Oh, hey,
crying. They've
when
got crocodile tears. It's all manufactured.
did you know that Ilhan Omar married her brother?
Yeah. Oh,
And look into that immigration fraud, folks.
she's a she's a brother lover.
Okay.
There's other names, but we will not use them on live air.
No, let's not. But and the fact that people would take it upon themselves during a State of the Union address to scream at the president. I mean, I can understand disagreeing with the president. I get it.
Yeah.
But you're just grandstanding.
Yep. It
And
is.
you're trying
It's
it's
exactly what it is.
grandstanding.
100%. 100%. Yeah, and they wouldn't stand for, Trump talking about banning transgender surgery on minors. Nothing, which was great because then he pointed and called him right out, and
They're sick people.
I just loved it. They're sick people. I love
You're
it.
sick people.
Yep, I love it. These people need to be called out. They're just it's just yeah,
Well, and I think to kind of tie this into a little bit of the religious aspect of our channel, and I know this really isn't so much religious aspect, but when people get into supporting so much, excuse me, folks, when people get into supporting so much stuff that's so evil, it the power that they have, it twists them.
yeah, it does.
It's just, sorry, I'm not choking up. It's something to do with, I haven't been sick the last week or so. But that's what you get. You dance with the devil, you get burned, but you also end up playing his cards.
Yeah,
And they're on the wrong side. They're on the side of evil. And I mean,
Yeah, there's yeah,
Trump is no
you're I was
saint
just bringing yeah.
himself, but even he can see that these people are sick, twisted, demented freaks.
Yeah,
If they're out there promoting transgender surgery for minors, I mean, another show we can debate on the positives and negatives of transgenderism and surgeries and gender affirming care,
there's
but
positives?
we can debate that. We can debate that
Okay,
and
alright,
the
alright, alright.
theological areas of that. But um, I believe that the person that Trump brought up during the speech was a girl who was, I think she said something about being confused at school, and the school right away took her and
Yeah,
said, "Oh, we're going to get you transitioned," without her parents' approval.
yep, they didn't give and then they tried to keep her from her parents, they put her in
And
a
they put
foster
her in
home
no, they
that was
put her
in
in a all male institution.
all male yes, and that was what state was that in?
I don't recall. I think
Uh,
Georgia, or so. If I'm wrong, Georgia,
it was
forgive me, but I think
it was
it's
a blue state. It was it, Massachusetts?
possibly
Something
Massachusetts,
like that.
Virginia, New York, something like
Somewhere
that.
over on the East Coast,
Mhm.
but that's just appalling. That's just you hear I've been hearing stories about stuff like that.
But
That's
that's the kind of what back to what I was getting at. That's the kind of things these people are supporting. When you support
yeah,
abortion, um, when you support butchering kids without parental permission, I mean, butchering kids is never a good thing. Obviously, that's disgusting, just insane. But medical care from the schools without parental permission. When you support euthanasia, when you support any of these things that go against nature, yes, you're sick. You are
yeah,
sick people, and thank God for Donald Trump coming out and calling these people out for what they are, as sick people.
yeah, they are. I don't know how you dance around it. I don't know how you call it anything other than what it is, but they are sick people. I don't
You
yeah,
remember years ago, Glenn Beck used to welcome all the sick, twisted freaks to his
he
show,
does, he still does.
and and
I listen to him
and
daily,
I
and he just did
and
that the other day.
we know it's a joke, but I mean the people
Yeah.
that we're up against, they're sick, they're twisted, they're
"Hello, you sick, twisted freaks."
yeah. So I think that's really all the surgery, the
Whoa.
speech.
Yeah,
this We're
yeah,
talking about transgender surgeries. That's really all that the speech was. Now, yes,
yeah,
he did bring up the helicopter pilot from the Maduro raid, gave him the Medal of Honor.
yeah.
Naval
I think that was
aviator from World War II, Medal of Honor.
those
That's
are
awesome.
always the best parts of the speech, you bringing these people out, giving them medals, and at the end of the day, yes, we've got these great speeches, trying to unify everybody together,
Well, and
but
at the
really,
very end, go ahead.
I mean, giving these people these awards, these medals, recognizing people. I mean, they're give you're the president's trying to give them a stage. He's trying
Hmm.
to show America, look,
This
this is
is
our best and brightest. This
this is
is
our exceptionalism.
yep, yep. This is why we are such an exceptional country.
Hmm.
We and you made a great point to that earlier that the people need to be reminded of that all the time. You know, American exceptionalism is not, and I believe the great Rush Limbaugh did a segment on this, but American exceptionalism does not say that we're better than everybody else. But American exceptionalism just basically shows that we want it. We we will do anything it takes to protect this nation, to protect its people. If that means the ultimate sacrifice, then that's for a lot of these men and women, that's what it is. But that is American exceptionalism, and
Max the Mega Cat.
Yeah, just about stepped on him.
Yeah.
Running around.
So, I mean, bringing it all together, if I could suggest anything to the folks at home, watch the first half hour of the speech, and then watch the last about 10 minutes. Everything going on in between, it's kind of a campaign speech, but if you really want to sit down and watch it, find a copy without all the standing up and sitting down and clapping and applauding, but watch it and listen to what
Yeah.
the president's saying, and listen to it from him, not from C-SPAN, or, well, I don't know about C-SPAN, but from MSNBC or CNN or any of the drive-by media.
Yeah. The drive-by media, that's about
Get
it.
it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah. And you gotta, like you said, all of the garbage that you're gonna get on CNN, the Clinton News Network and MSNBS and I'm sorry,
PMSNBC.
MSN Now. My apologies. Need to
Oh,
change names.
so we
Um,
can't call them PMSNBC.
yeah, whatever. But they're obviously all gonna have their spin on it. They're just gonna
Hmm.
blah, 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 blah. They're
And
gonna give you
and
they're
obviously
gonna
so
cut
do
the
we.
video clips the way they want.
Obviously so are we. We're going to have our own biases. Everybody has biases.
Of course.
So,
But
but that's something that I would say, go listen to it for yourselves, and you can listen to us blather on about it all you want, and if you see this video and it says, hey, maybe I want to go watch it instead of listening to these nuts talk about it, by all means do. Go watch what he said.
yep. Yep, that is exactly right. So to kind of wrap it all up, um, Rapid Response 47, which is a rapid response Twitter page from the White House. They tweeted just after the speech, one of the best speeches ever given in the hallowed halls of Congress. God bless our great
Well,
military, God bless POTUS, and God bless the United States of America. And I think that,
they're going to say that. Yeah.
of course, they're going to say that. Happen to think um, that it was a well done that it was a well done speech. But obviously, I might be a little biased as well. But I
Yeah.
happen to think that it was pretty good.
It was good.
But
And the call outs to the Democrats for being sick people. I
yeah,
mean, we wish we
no,
could say that.
yeah, yeah. It was just
We wish we
that
could
was
stand up
glorious.
there and say that.
Yep, yep. It was glorious. So, all right, Joe, is there anything else that you think we should cover? Anything we missed?
I think we've rambled on enough.
I think we have too. We're at
Hour
just
and
shy of an
13 minutes.
hour and 15 minutes here. So,
Yeah.
but thanks everybody for tuning in. This will be posted. So obviously, if you have some weird desire to go and watch our take later, you can do that. But again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow, hit the bell, thumbs up, comment, whatever. Um, we need some comments. We want feedback. We'd love to hear your take on everything as well, and we love to just interact with you, even if that's just to say hi. We love to do that in any way that we can. Um, on tonight, this Tuesday Eve,
Well, we
Tuesday
got
late
Wednesday morning
evening,
now.
almost it is early Wednesday morning
Wednesday
now.
morning, yeah.
Um, we had it was a phenomenal speech by the president.
State of the Union strong,
State of the
and
Union. The State of the
America's great.
Union is strong.
And America's great
America
again.
America is in her golden age, and the best is yet to come. So with that being said, America, thanks for tuning in with us. Thanks for tuning in to watching our great president. And don't forget to keep the flame alive. Pray for our country, pray for our president. And with all of that being said, Joe, have a good evening. Have a good
Yep.
evening, America.
Yeah. Good night.